Hey all, Viking Raver again, taking even my top 10 favorite bands from the 1990s. I thought this was going to be a very easy list to make, but it was harder than I thought. One honorable mention goes out to Immortal. Okay, so at number 10, probably odd pick for a lot of people here would be Wasp. Okay, now The Crimson Idol to me might be one of the greatest concept albums ever made. Also liked Still Black Enough. I should not like this album here, KFD. But oh my god, is it ever? It's so dark and disturbing. It's just a great album. And Hell Dorado, I have that, but I just don't know where it is at the moment. It's just way more for the first three. Favorite album from these ones here would be Crimson Idol. Number 9. Oh, pardon me. Number 9. Oh, here we are. Marduk. Pardon me, Marduk. I always get that mixed up. There's their studio albums. There's no live albums for this list here. All from the 1990s. Swedish black metal band. Swedish black metal at its finest. Heavy, brutal, and it's an assault on your ears in a good way. You had 3 different singers at this time here. I think it was 3, yeah. Panzer Division is my favorite album from them. That album is like a battle tank. It's ferocious, just an assault. So that would be number 9. Okay, that was number 9. Number 8. Okay, is my favorite, Slayer. Okay, so yes, you guys thought it's not number 1. Some of you people might have been thinking this was going to be my number 1 favorite band from the 90s, but it's not. Now, I have Slayer included in this list because mostly for Seasons in the Abyss, which I think is just an incredible album by itself. And I also really do like Divine Intervention a lot also. And Diablos, well, it's got some songs there I don't mind. It's not as bad as it gets made out to be, I find. There is some good stuff on that album there, just different. Favorite album from this one here, like I said, Seasons of the Abyss. Amazing album from start to finish. Dead Skin Mask. Come on, man. So that's number 8. Pardon me. Number 7 is Dismember. Not going to lie, it took me a really long time to really get into these guys. Now I just love this band here. Oh my God. 90s Output is something to hear if you haven't heard already. Like I said, it's Swedish death metal. Catchy riff. The vocals are insane. Just amazing. Favorite album from this one here is Like an Ever-Flowing Stream. That was number 7. Number 6. The Mighty Morbid Angel. Okay. Honest to God. This would have probably been a lot higher up if Altars of Madness was released in the 90s. Now, Trey was on another level at this time, I find. Let's not forget the killer drumming of Pete Sandoval also. This classic era, it did end after Domination. And Steve Tucker, he joined the band as a new vocalist, and Formulas Fatals to the Flesh was their first album with them, and it is a pretty sick album also. My favorite album this batch here was Blessed Are the Sick. Just an amazing album, period. Number 5. Obituary. Again, man. Unbelievable band. One of my favorite death metal bands. Trevor Perez's riffs are just fucking sick. And come on, man. John Tardy's vocals are inhumane. Like Morbid Angel, this would have been a lot higher probably on my list if their debut album, Slowly We Rot, was also in the 90s. Cause of Death is one of my favorite death metal albums of all time. And I enjoy all their 90s output. Yeah, even I know Back from the Dead doesn't get a lot of love, but hey, I enjoy it for what it is. And World Demise, I like that album a lot also. So now we are at number 4. Would be, this is savage at its best. Deicide. Holy fuck, man. Talk about the first 2 albums alone. Oh my God. Glenn's vocals, it scared the fuck out of me the first time I even heard those vocals, man. And their 90s output, like all 4 of these albums are just insane. Look at them all. These are classics at best out of it, man. You cannot go wrong. There is no weakness I find on these albums here. favorite one from this one here is still for me is their debut album. That was number 4. Number 3. Just give me a minute here. Here we go. Number 3, Iced Earth. Now, some might find this as a very odd choice, and that's fine. I've always enjoyed some heavy metal. First 2 albums are good, but things really changed when Matt Barlow joined the band, man. Amazing vocalist combined with John Schaefer's songwriting and his guitar playing. Just great shit, man. Amazing vocal. Now, the 3 albums with Matt Barlow, Burnt Offerings, Dark Saga, and Something Wicked They Come, to me are game changers, man. Burnt Offerings is my favorite. Dante's Inferno to me is one of the greatest long epic songs of all time. Amazing stuff, this band here. Just stuff, pardon me. Which leads me to number 2. Pretty odd choice here. I think people would not expected Slayer or somebody here, didn't they? Was the mighty Testament. Oh, fucking Testament. Now, all their 90s albums. Now, I find a lot of fans are really mixed on on Souls of Black due to the production, and it was really rushed. Now, I enjoyed that album a lot, to be honest with you. The Ritual, it has grown on me over the years quite a bit too. And Low is just a killer album from start to finish. And Demonic, well, it's not too bad. But for me, the game-changing album from all this stuff here is The Gathering. Oh my God. To me, I consider that the best Testament album ever. Come on. So fucking heavy. And Dave Lombardo drumming took that band to the next level. I find just an amazing album from start to finish. That's my favorite album, is The Gathering, and Testament, my number 2 favorite band of the 1990s. Which leads to number 1. Now, is it really a shock? Is Cannibal Corpse the bad boys? Look at them all. This is my favorite band from the 1990s. You should have known by now this was going to be my favorite band from the 90s. 7 albums released. I'm not going to really lie to you. I really got into this band from Gallery of Suicide. Then I went back. I checked out their older stuff here. It took me a while to really get into the Barnes era, because I am a Fisher guy. I'm not going to lie. Eaton is a great album. It's got a lot of thrashy elements on it. Barnes' vocals, like they really took off after the album here, and Butcher of Birth in a different way. And Tomb of the Mutilated, I love that album from start to finish. Now, The Bleeding, which is a real fan favorite. A lot of people consider it their best album. That's the album where Chris Barnes start to get his vocals start to really get me on that one there. There's a lot of songs on there. There's some good stuff I find, but most of it, his vocals just start to get to me on there. But that could just be me. Then Fisher entered the band for actually Vile. Then he did Gallery. Then my favorite Cannibal album is Bloodthirst. And I love that album from start to finish. That's my ultimate Cannibal Corpse album, so that's why I've got them at number 1, my favorite band from the 1990s. So that's my top 10 favorite bands from the 1990s. Now, who would you have on your list? Let me know, man. Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button, please. Keep buying physical metal copies. And as always, stay fucking heavy.